Alright, I'm back. I think we're good to do this. Let's start going for it. Dang it. There we go. I need to turn off system sounds again. I'm not hearing my computer beep. Alright guys, Wind Waker. Last we left off, we did Dragon Roost Island. We're looking around for other shit now, I guess. I'll get back in the swing of it here shortly. Oh shit, were we Link? No, we were on Horseshoe Island. This is Andrea's save, this is my save, this is our stream save from the dates. Wow, has Wind Waker HD really been out since 2013? Right. This is the last thing we were doing. Oh man, it's so nice to be using a controller again. Oof. This is the golf that you do, right? Feel like a piece of heart if you succeed at it. Later, Leon. Sleep well. Congrats again. Yeah, right? Easily one of the prettiest games ever made. It'd be tough to ever top it, I think. So they just make another one of these. Nice. Gator Golf. Give it a whack. Gator Golf. Throw it right back, I think. What could be greater than playing a game of golf with a gator? Answer me that. Riddle me this, folks. Yeah, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. HG is just to upscale the textures, anything else. I think I don't want to use... Ata! Those things remind me of the Jawas, the sound they make. Untani! Look at that, look at that. I got a chew, and it didn't remind me what the hell a chew jelly was. Just gave it to me. Because that's how Wind Waker did it. Boo. Boo earns. I need to manipulate the wind for this one a little bit. So close! Nice. I got a chest. I got a chest. I got a chest. Hey, 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 hey. Was that a heart or was that a skeleton? Skull, rather. What's up, buddy? He has a kaleidoscope. We got this game's funny, too. Kind of tone whiplash popping from Dark as Hell, Twilight Princess to Wind Waker, huh? Yeah, I don't think there's actually anything to see here. It's using a kaleidoscope. It's cool, man. There's a chest there that I cannot reach. Try popping in this thing, though. I need to... This game has a hook shot. Pretty sure it does. Whoa, what's up, evil dudes? I love the orchestra hits. There's a really nice sense of hitting in this game. Ow. It's almost hard to realize that this game came before, Oops. Oh, that's not what we want to do at all. Let's not do that. This game came before Twilight Princess. A lot of that is probably because I was playing the Wii version of Twilight Princess, which has its issues. That's what we wanted to do. Nice. Is that gonna do it? That's gonna cover it, nice. I got a chest, another chest, I got a chest. Hey, hey, hey. But that doesn't remind me what the hell that item was because I already have 100 of them. Yeah. You hear me say this a lot on stream. If you have to choose between a stylized look and attempted realism, you should always go for stylization, I think. And even if you think about it, though, Twilight Princess tries to be stylized. It is not going for photorealistic, right? The characters all look pretty different. This must be a certain. The more stylized it is, the more likely it is to survive the test of time. Ow. Jump. Let's all go to the. Oh, message in a bottle. That's right. I actually got somebody who popped into the Twitch channel because I sent out a message in the bottle that had my Twitch ID on it. So I might send another one. Legendary photo. Cool. Now, can you do the pictograph minigame by getting pictographs that other people send in bottles in this one? Trying to remember how I go about sending one. I think I have to use this thing. Alright, cool. Tap here to write a post. Twitch.tv/ Sending. All right. That's a neat mechanic. Curious to see if they use that. I haven't really used the Miiverse for anything, just because there's not a lot of reason to, but if they can fit it directly into the game more like I did with Mario Maker and with this one. Alright, let's check the map. We want to go north. Is that it? Alright, I remembered. Play that often enough. Ooh, it displays all the songs on the bottom screen, too. That's pretty cool. Sorry, I don't have a gamepad capture card. It's like $300, and it would almost never matter. Trying to think of a game where you'd absolutely want to be able to see the gamepad. Picking up bottles in the ocean, girl. We're going to try to cover as much of the map as we can. I think that's a good idea. How much bait do we have left? This and Ocarina of Time are your favorite Zelda games? Yeah, good choices. I love this game. It's so good. Okay, I have hella bait was the answer. We're not at any risk. Zombie U. What do you use the bottom screen for in that one, Ludifex? Yeah, so it's not actually a capture card. It's like the 3DS. They have to crack open a gamepad and solder capture equipment directly onto the motherboard. Which makes it even tougher to get your hands on. Expensive. Oh, I'm glad you're able to play it right, Coder. I was super stoked when this game came out. I was sad to hear people say they didn't want to play it. Oh, that's cool. Stuff that people watching would want to see. That's why the capture device is so expensive, because they have to build one onto a gamepad. Ah, I see the effects. Right. Or it's the least linear recent Zelda game that, well, no, Link Between Worlds is fairly non-linear. They had to make some concessions to do that. They had to, like, have it so you only use one weapon per dungeon. But I'd say Link Between Worlds is more non-linear than Wind Waker is. But among 3D Zeldas, that's absolutely true. You don't really get the non-linear effect playing several of these now. I think we just unlocked this when we stopped last time. We didn't want to start the dungeon there because we only had like 20 minutes left. So let's go that way. I was just going to uncover parts of the map when we were running out on time last time. We're going to go northeast 2 squares, east 1. I'm really excited for Zelda U. Oh my god, I hope it's really good. It sucks, because I have this, like, this mental image in my mind of what it's going to be like, and it's a superposition of all possibilities, right? And even if they end up making a really good game, it can't possibly satisfy what I want it to be. So I have to manage my expectations and my hype and not follow it too closely. I liked no ammo. I mean, when you think about it, what's a time in a Zelda game where you ran out of ammo and it was interesting and not just frustrating? Like, having it be a resource meter that says this isn't really ammo, but you can't throw more than 3 bombs in the space of like 10 seconds, I think that's more interesting on a throw-to-throw basis. Whereas otherwise, in most Zelda games, you're either just capped out on ammo all the time and it doesn't matter, or you just need to have the 1 bomb, or in the case of Majora's Mask, the 1 bomb chew to progress, and you don't have it, so you have to start all over again. But while you have all the ammo, you're welcome to spam the item as much as you want, which can be a little game-breaking. I do hear your point, though, on having to rent the items and being able to get them all immediately from the shop instead of finding them in dungeons. That's my favorite thing about a Zelda dungeon, is you go through it, about 50% of it before you find the item, and then you use the item to solve the remaining part of it. But that, honestly, if I think about it, that's one of the only solutions I can think of that they can make that really makes it non-linear, if they have this kind of item shop where you can go and just get whatever you want in whatever order. As soon as you say that you have to get the hookshot in the second dungeon, then they can't design a dungeon that you can visit before the second dungeon that has hookshot elements in it that are necessary to progress. Yeah, I had a window where I overhyped stuff, Yuku. I stopped doing that. It only leads to disappointment. My best memories of games are when I just found them on the shelf at Blockbuster and had no idea what the hell they were and brought them home. Okay. Yeah, good god, does this game hold up or what? I think there are very limited scenarios where I think that limiting ammo is interesting. It makes sense, absolutely, in survival horror games. It usually makes sense. No, I think it makes sense in first-person shooters. Because I like the Mass Effect solution, but when ammo is a real problem and you're using multiple guns, it's a good way to balance like competitive multiplayer. So long as you have a way to get out of things if you run out of ammo and everything. But I don't think a game like Zelda needs to have limited ammo. I think so. Where do you get the bigger wallet? What do I have? This game's a bit chiller on that subject, isn't it? It's a different screen, I have to go to it. Hi, Kaihan! Go back to sleep. Good to see you. Jump. Crisscross, gonna make you jump, jump. I think I have a small one? I don't know. Let's go east. Right, Race? I think that the meter is a decent solution to that. Because then it means you're limited on a moment-to-moment, second-to-second basis, and that's interesting. I've had this conversation before about regenerating health. There's a lot of people who hate regenerating health in games and think that it's toxic, and they want it to go away, or they'll say like it doesn't make sense in the story, but that's a different argument altogether. I think that if we should think of game mechanics as abstractions. They don't necessarily need to make sense in the story for you to have your game. Generating health is good because it lets developers design their content in discrete chunks. They can balance an encounter from encounter to encounter and not in the context of the entire game before and after it. So they can say, you know, can somebody survive this encounter with full health? So they don't have to say, can somebody survive this with 1 hit point? more elegant. Aw, that's adorable, Johan. Love the music in this game too, in addition to it being very pretty. Don't think you need to dig for those unless if there's a marking on, like a C chart marking on your map. I'll take, as far as like where to find shit in the world map, I'll take straight up directions if you guys want. I mean, the alternative is for me to swim to each and every one of them one by one, which would be a pain in the ass, or for me to like look up a guide. So if you know that I happen to be near one, like I'm mostly gonna be looking on the map here on my bottom screen, which y'all don't have the luxury of seeing. I'll try to pull it up every now and then. If you know that there's like an island nearby that I can interact with right now, feel free to give me a heads up. We'll suspend the backseat rule for that. Pirate theme, Bruce's theme. I could hear that. You hear a theme like that in a lot of games. Like, there's one in my head from Final Fantasy I'm trying to place. Oh, it's a Steiner's theme from Final Fantasy IX. It reminds me of Bruce's theme. Womp, womp. I like the sailing. I think it's really great. It makes the game world feel huge. And yeah, it's relaxing. I don't think that it's... I don't have any complaints about it. I guess there's a super sail you can get, right? I haven't picked it up yet. I guess you can get it at the auction. So that helps a little bit. But sometimes you just want to get somewhere, but they give you enough teleportation options. Oh, how are the sound levels, by the way, guys? Can you hear the game okay? As well as me? I don't want to be like way louder than the game. I haven't tested the Wii U in a while. I think it's a little bit quieter than the Twilight Princess was. Coming through okay. Okay, cool. Thank you. Appreciate the feedback. Alright. Hey, it's Chew. Donk. God, it's so good to have buttons again. I don't have to deal with waggle anymore. Oh, you were stuck here, Altanova? Huh. I think I know what to do. I need to throw a bomb at this guy. Ah, I see. Gotcha, Fraff. Is that one I can get to right now with the upgrades I have, or do I have to finish this dungeon first? I think I may have gotten one already, because I've got 307 rupees now, but he said it may have changed. Alright. Sorry, Link, you're gonna have to take one for the team here. Oh no, I guess not. Setting stuff down graciously. Not getting blown up in the face for no reason. God, this game is so pretty. It's a crime how pretty this game is. This might be one of the prettiest games I've ever played. I would love to see another game in this style with Zelda. It seems like they're moving kind of towards this a little bit with Zelda Wii U. Probably staying more in the Skyward Sword territory, which is also nice. Skyward Sword is like a decent compromise between Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, I think. Okay. Well, now we don't have to deal with them anymore. It wasn't all for naught. Other bombable walls over, yeah, right? Can I like jump on that to push the thing? I am gonna have to push one down there though and do the suicide. Push. Push for your life, Link. He's just barely gonna not make it. Oh, that might be good enough. Right. Ow. It's okay. Just a little on fire. It's still good. It's still good. Hey, that was worth it. We got a joy necklace. We got a joy necklace. Alright, Mega Man. Although I guess you would just be guaranteed to be taking damage if they did that. Alright, what's in? Yeah, it's another joy necklace. It is a rupee. Even the rupees are pretty. The air is clean. The water's clean. Even the dirt is clean. Bowling averages are way up. Mini golf scores are way down. I'm telling you, it is great here. Almost wasn't. See, two great ones. Don't want to go that way just yet. Let's go this way. Can I get there before it sinks? Probably not. Jump, jump, jump! Link, you son of a bitch. You see what happens, Link. No, wait here. Cool. Alright, okay, I can do this. Oh. There you go, buddy. One sec, guys. Okay. In we go. The schedule update, we're going to be playing Wind Waker for another 2 hours and 15 minutes. We just beat Twilight Princess. When we beat Wind Waker, we're going to switch to Phantom Hourglass and then Spirit Tracks. And after those two games, we're going to the final Zelda timeline, which is the Ball of Link timeline. That includes the Oracle games, Zelda 1 and 2, Link to the Past, which is my favorite Zelda. And it's really good. Thank you, Skyhawk. Shunk. Alright. So, if I understand correctly... Huh. So I have to cross when the water's not up. Got it. That's cool. It'll float back down here in a second. Magic Rainbow Bridge. Go. Alright, what's this thing? It's a key. Make it out in the same pass. Don't fall in the water, don't fall in the water, don't fall in the water. Whew. Toads almost fell in the water. Even like the glow effects are really nice. Everything about this game. Outside of the... Oh shit, that was almost bad. Outside of the little, like, Triforce hunt at the very end of the game, I have almost no complaints about this. Hooray! Probably nothing else to be found over here. Magic pack. Oop. Dream game to work on? Yeah. It'd be really cool to work for Nintendo. I still look at Nintendo game credits though, and I don't see a lot of representation from around the world and developers, right? It's mostly Japanese developers. I don't know if they're not pulling talent or if Nintendo of America works on different things. They're mostly focused around the localization piece. Thanks, thanks King of Red Lions. Appreciate that. Talking about on the development side. Yes, I also was underwhelmed at the number of dungeons, loot effects, because that's my point about the Triforce Hunt, is that it feels like the Triforce Hunt is a placeholder for additional dungeons, because there's only really the two in what would you call the post-game, and you'd expect there to be like 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. That stands to reason you could go. Probably need to push these, don't I? Yeah, alright. I can do this thing. I want to make a flat bridge. Great conveyance so far in this dungeon. Big fan. Those are roughly equidistant, right? Good enough. We won't get through there on this first pass. We can try. Jump, 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 jump. Nice. Backy. And man, the movement is much smoother on here than it was in Twilight Princess. So I have no excuse if I fail something now. Alright. I just love the look of the small key. This game feels like it's a 3D Super Nintendo game. That's what this graphical style evokes for me, and I think that's why I like it so much. I said before that the Super Nintendo is my favorite graphical style. I love 16-bit look. I like what this game does with a limited color palette. So you know what? We only need, 2 shades of green for Link, and that's enough. Shadow versus not shadow. I don't think we found a locked door yet, have we? Ah. Junk. See ya, Fraff. Thanks for hanging out. Nice. I'm so fancy. Oh. Probably can get the boat over that, can I? No. Gotta swim over. Jump. Oh, don't. Yeah. Go borrow the power of the gods. Whatever, dude. You old man. I'm the not hero of time. Kinda know what I'm doing. Is that where you were stuck, Altanova, shooting the walls there with a bomb? A couple things I've done so far, though. It's like I could probably see getting stuck there. Chunk. Nice. What we get? We got a compass. Nice. I like getting the map and compass early in a dungeon. We don't have arrows yet, but this leads me to believe we're going to get them later in this dungeon. Don't know if I like that that's on the right stick. Can I change that? Oh, I have gyro controls. Okay. That's only if I use the gamepad there, right? Yeah. Kind of makes me want to use the gamepad. I like the gyro controls. That's pretty nice, man. I do like that gyro a lot. It's nice for fine aiming, fine tuning. Alright, we can go ahead and use this for now. Really, I can turn off the UI? I might actually want to do that. Options. UI display off. Look good. Oh, did it not save? I think it keeps certain UI elements on screen regardless. Got some jelly. I got some jelly. I got some jelly. Hey, 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 hey. And there's probably a chest I can get down there. I wait for the water to rise and then go back down. Yeah. Chill here for a sec. Come on. There we go. Go, 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 go. Oh. We got time for y'all. Hey, another chest. Probably rupees, but... Ow. Don't tase me, bro. What do we get? More joy pendants. Okay. It's cool, I like joy. I like pendants. Alright, what we got going on? Whoa. Don't know if I actually need to kill those dudes or if I can just ignore them. I might need to kill them for reasons. Get something to spawn when we leave the room, maybe. I do like the boomerang in this game. It's straightforward. No, it's a pretty obvious candidate for innovation, but like, it has a good use. Like, you need to stun certain enemies. You don't do that with your sword. Alright. Look how pretty that shiny pink is. The answer is very. Going alright, HDL? How you doing? No worries. Oh. There you go. Twilight Princess is all done. I think we're past our halfway point now in Zelda games. Based on their total duration, not on, like, count of games, but we are done with most of the very long ones. I don't know how long Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks are, but this is probably the next longest one that we have remaining. I think Between Worlds wasn't super long. Alright. Keep on moving. Doing that, open this door. Got it. Oh, cool. You got the Ryu amiibo, HDL? We'll be doing Smash back at the regular time next week, so we'll be doing Mario Maker 12 to 3, Smash 3 to 6. Wanted to see if changing up would make much of a difference. It didn't. I see. Whoa! Beamos, dude. Why you gotta be so rude? Why you gotta be most so rude? Hey, Dahan. How you doing? Dahan. Whoa. Fighter of the night, Han. Ow. It has like a trigger spot, or no? Good Lord God. I don't know if I can actually kill that thing. Can I use a bomb on it? That's usually the way you deal with Beamoses, right? It might just be invincible. Might also be that I need to just run through really fast. So much for that. Something's fishy. Alright. Can I target it at all? I cannot Z-target it. No, I can Z-target it, but only when it pops its eyeball out. It attacks so quickly. I think that I want to get those statues across the room, but easier said than done, right? That might be what we gotta do. Nope, that's not it. Right, Jahan? Made the same mistake. Ah, I gotta go along the edge. Alright. Let's try that again then. I'm gonna respawn the positioning on these statues. So we're not supposed to be able to deal with it. It's not like earlier Beamoses where you can take them on. I keep saying Beamos and thinking of Adventure Time too. Hey Royalty, how you doing? Dragon mice. I'm doing a charity event for Smash, that's cool. Ow. Dude. Why you gotta be zapping me? Now do we permanently activate that, or... Okay, good. Asked and answered, Your Honor. Alright. Jump. Darkstar, if I can tell that you're trying to get sphere points, I'm not going to give them to you. You've got to be off the cuff, man. Alright. Get off that dome. Jump. There's no reason for me to be up here. Is there? Not yet. Maybe soon. Alright. Popping vases. That's what Link does. You would have a field day in a pottery barn. Looking for hearts. Not finding any. Yeah, to the point I made earlier about I like that there's unlimited ammo in Link Between Worlds. I like that there's also unlimited magic. They just use the same pink meter to represent both of them. What they do is if it's a particularly powerful magical ability, it just uses more of your pink meter at a time. I think that is clever. Because the more interesting thing to limit is how many times can you do something in rapid succession, not how many times can you do it total, given upgrades and the like. Probably want to transfer one of these statues over here, but I'm not going to do it just yet. Alright, sounds good, HCL. Dang it! Man, with all these giant eyeballs everywhere, I wonder what the item I'm gonna get from this dungeon is. God, this game just, it feels so polished too, right? Just the look of the items that you pick up. The whole thing is just great. Cool. Come on. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Escort mission. See, somebody posted like a shower thoughts thing on Reddit saying, wouldn't it be cool if there was a game called Escort Mission where your job was to, like, you were the person being escorted and the main character protagonist is an NPC that's trying to keep you alive and your job is to try to kill yourself as quickly as possible. That would be pretty fun. That was not what I meant to do. Try that again. Now, let's also look at the room out too, see if there's something more obvious. No, I think that's what we gotta do. I don't think we can, like, make this jump, can we? No, I guess we can. Maybe we just have to jump while holding it. It's set up so I can't throw him. I can't just carry him to the whole thing. That's why there's that rainbow thing. That's not just for convenience. Yeah, people were saying they should make it into a multiplayer game. I don't think that would be a good idea. But maybe it would be. It would be kind of an asymmetrical, competitive experience where one person's trying to screw over the other person the whole game. Nope. Come on. There we go, alright. Come on, rockin' statue. Listens to my beckoning call. You're an asymmetrical experience. Heck yeah, I am. I think it depends. There's a lot of multiplayer games that... Oh, like, oh, but I see what you're saying. Not asymmetrical, but being a dick and ruining everyone else's experience, yes. I think, what are some good, by design, asymmetrical multiplayer experiences? You've got Left 4 Dead, is fun. Got pretty much everything in the Nintendo Land suite for the Wii U. Big fan of like the Ghost game and the Candy game. Haven't done it yet. Might do it this weekend. Before or after our company pops over tomorrow. Hey, it's a song. That's pretty cool. Yeah. The Master Apprentice multiplayer, I guess you could call it, Andrea. Like you have in Super Mario Galaxy, where one person just kind of like shoots the enemies on the screen to stun them, and the other one actually is playing the game. That's cool. So that's asymmetrical co-op. It's a little bit different. Andrea Hapax and Hapax's lady friend Mando, we talk a lot about this idea for a game that's designed to be played between a parent or parents and their child, and you progress through it over time together as like a co-op game, and at the end you're the final boss as the parent. The kid has to beat you. Something to that effect. This does not seem like the most helpful room to be in at the moment. Yeah. Oh. Aha. Aha, aha. Oh. Hadouken. The pipes are woken. Jump. Nice. Ow. Stop being a skull that's on fire, you jerk. It's often billed as girlfriend mode, but that assumes the unfair model where girlfriend is not a gamer and you are. It's becoming less and less common. Alright. We can make this guy come down now, right? Wait, what was it again? Left, middle, right. There we go. Nowhere nearby you can control. What? Man. Bitch, I wish you would, game. Oh, no worries, HTL. Said, no obligation to stream. It's good to have you. Alright. Try this again. Left, middle, right, middle. Man, I ain't even trying here. How do I get him? Be standing like super close to him? Or standing right in front of him, see what happens. Boom. What am I doing wrong? Something right, I can't like pull him down. That wouldn't make sense. The bridge show up. Why? Okay, I will ask chat. This is not rhetorical. Why won't he come down when I play the song here? Do I need to do something else in this room to activate him that I'm not seeing? Oh, I just say come on in front of him. Okay, disregard, we got it. Because I've shown that I can't be responsible with UI turned off, huh? It's probably a UI indicator that I wasn't seeing because of my hubris. Thanks, Ryan. So you... I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna send you over. Cool. Yeah, so this is like the Rod of Dominion, except better. And it doesn't count as an item. Yeah, I think that there's an indicator on the screen that tells you you can call him. That's awesome, Chaos. When ours did it, they brought out the Wind Waker, like, to do the Wind Waker stuff, but it wasn't right at the very beginning. I thought that was pretty cool, too. Do it that way. Sorry, what's that, HDL? Not sure I follow. What's up? What's up, King Red Lions? Ah, good. That is good information. Is it on this thing? Good on the King of Red Lions popping up to tell me that, right? It's the kind of information I want my buddy to tell me about. Ryan guy, I will probably not be doing a 100% playthrough, no. I'm trying to play through all the games in the series, and just in the interest of time, most of them, the difference between getting all of the pieces of heart and just pushing through and beating the game is pretty huge, so... I'll be doing secrets as I bump into them. I'll get some of the most important stuff, but I probably won't fully 100% it. Some of the new folks in chat, so I haven't said this pretty much today. Hey, is this call this a Dark Nut or is this Iron Knuckle? Hi, I'm Marstead. What I'm trying to do with this channel is complete one full playthrough of every awesome single-player game ever made, and knowing that there's too many to beat them all in one lifetime. But I'm trying anyway. Oh, that's right, this guy's a parry dude. Okay, got this. So Zelda's one of those rad games, and one day a week we set aside 6 full hours to playing through the Zelda series. We've already beaten Skyward Sword, Minish Cap, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask for the 3DS, and Twilight Princess we just beat a couple hours ago. So if you wanted to check some of the playthrough we've already done, it's on YouTube, youtube.com/Marstead. Just here for Zelda. It'll be back next week. Thursday will be the next time we play. So we do about once a week and rotate the day we play. Nice. But if you want to check out like some Metroid Prime, some Final Fantasy, Valkyria Chronicles, Mass Effect, then just keep an eye on the schedule below the stream. See what other kind of games we're playing. Good to have you. I have done the Nintendo Gallery. You're talking about the pictographs, Ryan guy? Personally, I'm a chronic completionist. Like, if I weren't playing on stream, any game I play, I have to 100% it, or I feel weird. But stream has kind of liberated me from that, because there's a lot of stuff that takes a really long time to do, and a lot of it's not particularly fun to watch outside of the core game, even if it's satisfying to me to 100%. So I usually don't 100% stuff on stream, just in the interest of moving along from each game. Yeah. It's pretty tedious. I like the idea. Absolutely. As far as Zelda games go, I agree. Wish they made it a little bit easier on you, like let you hold more, let you hold more pictures at a time. I think they made that a little bit easier in the HD version, right? So I hear. Junk. Actually, I think I want to get the other one. That's okay. Still get over there. Thought they said the damn statue. Wait for me. Okay, it did. Good. The hell, statue, bro? What do you think this is? But the actual idea of just remember to take pictures of everything reminds me of the scanning in Metroid Prime, which I'm overall a fan of. All right. Cool. Bunny ears? Oh, I think those aren't supposed to be bunny ears. They're like ram horns. This game is so good, though. Yeah, I guess here's the problem. Like, I'm a completionist. I love it. I want to do it. But it's so stressful. No, exactly, right, Ryan? You feel like you can't just play the game. Like, you almost need to have a no spoiler permanent missable guide pulled up on the side just so you can play the game without being afraid you're gonna miss something. Especially in like Prime 2. Oh, I see. Makes sense. Prime 2, where like sometimes you have to scan both of the boss's forms. Very stressful. My favorite games to complete are games where there's nothing you can really permanently miss and there's not like a hidden time limit on anything. But it's difficult from a design perspective to make a game that way because you can't really tell the story the way you want to. If you want the player to be able to revisit every map, then you can't tell a story where one of the maps gets completely destroyed, right? Not if you destroy it. I've seen some games try to work around that in different ways, like maybe the items that were available in that map are now somewhere else. Originally they were in a town, and then after the town gets destroyed, you can buy them in an auction house or something like that. Yeah, exactly. I am a zealous Metroid fan. I love that series. One of the best games ever made. I feel like Metroid is a pretty pure representation of what video games are. Oh, come on, Link. You got this, buddy. There we go. Only took you like 7 shots. I like the slow gain in progress where you're getting more and more abilities over time and that increases your power. Like that there's platforming elements, there's shooting elements, gadgets, exploration. Oh yeah, Yukupo. I know exactly what you're talking about. Blue Dragon was the last game that I got all the achievements for, other than Mass Effect on the 360. Because of that, it took me so long. That game is really cool, though. I look forward to playing that on stream eventually. It has a really bitchin' soundtrack, because it's Hironobu Sakaguchi, right? The Final Fantasy guy, so he got Nobuo Uematsu to be the composer, the Final Fantasy guy. It's really, really cool. I recommend it. It's a little grindy. It's closer to Dragon Quest than Final Fantasy. I would like to add both of those games. My intent is to play every awesome game, so since Resident Evil is awesome and Until Dawn is awesome as I hear, just a question of how soon I get to them, right? Could maybe add something like that. We've got Dead Space right now on my voting list. If you go to vote.marstead.com, you can take a look. So that'll probably be the representation for horror at the moment, but once it gets voted up and replaced, sub it out for another horror game. Oh, I do love Ori and the Blind Forest. I played through it on stream right when it came out. Got that video up on YouTube. That game was really, really good. It's Metroid Fern Gully, right? Now, why did I want to come over here? For a reason? Oh, I see. There's an eyeball. It's only shootable from here. Got it. Nice. Have you played Shadow Complex? It's another good one. I don't think it's as good as Ori and the Blind Forest, but it's an Xbox 360 Metroidvania game. That's very, very well done. Okay, so I'll ask this. If anyone would like to see us play a game other than Amnesia on Halloween, us as me and my wife Andrea, you are welcome to nominate one. We can maybe put a vote together, but right now I haven't heard anyone complain about Amnesia, other than me. I don't want to play Amnesia. Yeah, Shadow Complex is really good. If you like Metroidvania, it's really well made. It's very self-aware of the fact that it's Metroid inspired, and it has multiple references to it. Like there's a Justin Bailey code. Soma, isn't that an adventure game? Okay. Ludifex has been playing that. Just get Dead Space started. Nice. Could do that. On a scale of Spyro the Dragon to Amnesia, how scary is it? She's already heard my story about that goddamn drum, though, so she'll know how to solve it. I don't shut up about it. Carnival Night Zone drum. Oh, I think I have to play the Wind Song. Yeah, right? That's what that symbol is. Ooh, alright. That sounds like my jam. I'm down with existential horror. And down with not having action scariness. Yeah. Whoa! This does not shock me that you're popping out with your mouths open like that. I like they have the cool little statue mustaches. Look like Wario. Is there a particular orb color that I should be hitting? Like, is there one that's correct? I think red gives you hearts, so not that one. Rupees. Green might be items, and there's another one that's mostly rupees. Husky? Oh, I'll play it. Heard it said that, person cannot be brave or courageous unless if they're afraid, right? There's a difference between being fearless and being scared out of your wits, but doing it anyway. Have I ever done a 3-heart run? No. The most hardcore Zelda thing I did when I was 8 or 9, I did Link to the Past, all zeros on my save file. So this was back when, whenever you saved your game and whenever you died, it incremented that counter. So you had to beat the game without saving, basically in one sitting, and not die. I did that as a kid. 100% did. I'll see what Andrea thinks about that. It's not too bad. It's mostly, I mean, when you're 10 years old and you got 8 hours of free time on a Saturday, it's not the end of the world. I remember being stuck in this room for some reason. Can I call to him from all the way back here? There's a reason you can climb up on this thing and see over it, right? Can't push this block, that's not the solution. Oh. That makes sense. Yeah, I guess you burn your feet on it. Does anyone in chat know if there's a different way? Yeah, there's totally a call button here close enough. I completely forgot I had the DQ leaf. Alright, let's do driving home, Dark Star. Oh. You get the timing exact, gotcha. That's true, yeah. Especially without any real conveyance to tell you that you should be using the Deku Leaf there, but I guess I don't know, how are they going to convey that to you? Maybe if they had a... I'm trying to think how they could do it. Oh man, Wizrobes. Love that they bring that sound effect back. That's Link to the Past. It's classic. We had one of these in the Temple of Time dungeon in Twilight Princess the other day. I like the choice of giving them like the bird plague masks. Nice. Okay, so we need to lift the thing as high as we can. One. I could have just shot it, huh? Oh, well, I had to come over here anyway to throw the statues, so. Regret nothing, Lebowski. You think about like good game design and conveyance. Maybe what they could have done is they could have made the jump here into this next room, Ryan, just far enough that you need to use the Deku Leaf to cross, and that way you're like, oh, I have something that lets me cross a gap. And you get in the next room and you just use the Deku Leaf, so you can see that that's what you used to get over the laser. That's the only way I can think to do it. Nice. That gets the job done. Sometimes conveyance is very hard. You want to tell the player what to do without, like, spoiling it for them, without making it super obvious. Nintendo's usually really good about conveyance. Some of the best in the industry, I would say. Nintendo and Capcom. Let's equip the bow again. Save while I'm thinking about it. And away we go. Here we go. More Beamoses. Don't think I can do anything with Beamoses. Still. You can stay as far away from their laser range as possible. Alright, glad that worked. Sneak around this way. Don't need this anymore. Stay open? Does, nice. Cool. Whoa. Oh, they come to life and attack you. I was like, what's that sound? Can I? Oh, I have to shoot them, don't I? No, I have to get them in the butt. I see. Oh, you shoot them in the front, you stun them so you can get behind them easily, I see. And you break their little crystal. Alright. I'm excited. Been a while since I played Wind Waker. I played it more recently than a lot of other Zeldas, but I don't remember much of the game after this temple. I could try setting that up. HDL. I have the ability in my bot to allow that, but never used it. I have to see if it's something that I could give mods the power to run, because if I already have so much going on when we're doing Smash Brothers, it's hard for me to also monitor a betting queue. So I'll try to look into what commands I can set up that mods can invoke them without me having to do it directly. Man, tell ya, I love the gyro controls. I know people don't like them, but they're so nice for this like fine tune aiming. Whew. Oh, you can do the Triforce Hunt right away? I thought you had to do that after the Earth Stage and the Wind Stage. Nice. I got a feather, and I lost a heart that fell off the edge. Whoa. Let's not. Can I kill them before they shine up? No, they're... okay. They actually, like, come into being. Got him. Like, even, like, the hearts look really pretty. Do I have any empty bottles? No. Got 2 with fairies. Oh, okay. That's cool now. Okay. Probably do the dungeons first, and then we'll end on the Triforce Hunt, which I understand is less of a pain in the ass than the HD version. Oh, this is such a cool boss. If I remember right, after this boss fight, you get to, like, the hypest part of the game. Like, it blew my mind when I played this the first time. This one and Link Between Worlds, I think, are the heaviest story Zelda games. Alright. Hey, eyeballs. That's helpful. Nope. I love the color on the bomb explosions too, right? Such a cool boss fight. Yeah, very Androssy, I agree. Oops. That one's gonna hit. doing so well. Can't all be winners. I like how the bomb, like, funnels itself into his mouth. Did you see that? I didn't have to, like, very precisely throw it in there. Talk about that a little bit with, in Portal they do that. It's called portal funneling, where if you generally aim in the right place, the game just gives it to you. It doesn't require that you be absolutely perfect. It's very good in my opinion. Need more arrows. Don't want to be standing on this. Spit some arrows out at me, buddy. Nice. Snotted one out. Alright, last one. Nice. Alright. GG. I think he does want to die. It's just a test for the hero. God, this game's so pretty. Reminds me of the Colossus language in Shadow of the Colossus. Dorman talking to you. Yeah, that's a good trope. Gives them a lot of room to have you fight things that aren't obviously evil, right? Alright. My favorite trope in gaming is the long hallway, because there's not really a equivalent to it outside of video games. So like in Castlevania, when you go up the staircase to go fight Dracula, and there's this big hall. Like, nothing's in there, there's no enemies or anything, it's just building suspense. They do it around this part of the game in Skyward Sword. There's a couple of them here in Wind Waker, I think, too. Yeah, the long ladder in Snake Eater is the long hallway. It's a different manifestation of the same trope, I would say. What a thrill. The days you feed on a tree frog, man. It's ordeal, a trial to survive. Hey D-Rock, how you doing? Joel Kip. True hero, alright. This is my favorite part of this whole game here. It's so awesome. I can't, like, overhype it. Going under the ocean, we're going. Not bad. I can breathe. Okay. Under the sea, under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Listen to me. I love how this pulls on your memories of Ocarina of Time specifically. Wind Waker Link. He's got shit to do, man. I'm not. Alright. Item obtained in the castle, what could that be? There you go, loot effects, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, when I was playing this game for the first time and I got to this part, I was like fangasming all over the place. It's really cool how they handled it, I think. Hey, we just saw this in Dragon Age Inquisition. Gonna take a closer look at that royal family picture. So we're gonna try to be careful not to spoil anything for Wind Waker. As part of me doing these full playthroughs of games, I'm frequently playing a game that I've played before on stream. That said, you know, some people are experiencing these games for the first time on stream and on YouTube, so try to give them a virgin experience. Free to talk about games we've already beaten on stream as much as you like, and talk about the spoilers as they happen. Stained glass, what you're looking for. Tinted glass, stained glass. Hey, D-Rock, how you doing, man? Love the, like, sepia tone here, too. Probably don't want to bust all these pots right now. You got it, you're good. Tainted glass, ooh. Sometimes I feel I got to. Let's look at this picture. Huh. Those dudes look remarkably like the pirates on the ship, right? You got the guy with the swirly glasses. You got the little dude that makes us jump over platforms. You got the guy with the sunken eyes as the knight. The three big guys in the background. The game actually goes out of its way to point that out, so I think you're supposed to be suspecting that right now. Let's see what else we can find. That's the way we came. Opposite side, there's a place we can go outside and explore around. Cool detail. Oh, one of these puzzles. You gonna tell me, A, solve the puzzle? What the hell is that? Is it the triple forks? Yeah, the picture's pretty cool. There's a lot of good detail in this game. Come outside to Hyrule Field, and the layout is quite similar to what it was in Ocarina of Time, but then... What? Nah, bro, let me through. Ow. Cool. Go back in. Solve this puzzle. Not too bad if I remember. Oh, right. This is Wind Waker, yes. Fortunately, a triangle's a triangle, so it doesn't matter as long as we get them in each spot. You have enough freedom of movement in this one that just an issue of getting them there. Keep going this way. Oh, you remember this part? This part is so awesome. It's the best. There we go. Yeah. I think this is a bit easier than the Twilight Princess one. That one's pretty tricky, where you've got the statues that are following your lead when you're the wolf. It's kind of the same thing that you're doing, though. Same basic idea. Find I'm a bit better at puzzles as an adult than I was as a kid. I think this can turn, right? Yeah. Nice, got it. No, I got you, Ryan. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's probably a just right for a kid kind of puzzle. Well, the problem with the puzzles like the Twilight Princess one is that unless if you've done like creative problem solving before, where before you start doing things, you figure out what the rules of the system are and then try to think ahead and plan ahead. Most people are just going to solve it by pressing buttons randomly until it works. And that can be really frustrating if that's how if you just brute force it until it lands where you want it to. So that'd be a good opportunity for, I think, parents to sit down with their kid and think through it with them, reason it out. Let's start from the end. This room is super hype. Check it out. I like that they actually use the representations of the characters from Ocarina of Time. And this is the only universe where we're going to see these sages. It's only in the Wind Waker universe. Check this out. This is really cool. Super Neon Gaming popped into chat and was kind of explaining this. Because in Twilight Princess, that's in the timeline where Link was sent back to be a kid again. And since he was sent back to be a kid again, Ganon never took over Hyrule. And since he never took over Hyrule, he never killed the old sages. So they didn't need to be replaced by Nabooru, Impa, Darunia, Saria, and Ruto. I guess Rauru is one of the original sages. So when you see that scene in Twilight Princess where the sages are sealing Ganondorf, that's after Link is sent back to be a child again. He's off in Termina doing his Majora's Mask adventure. They find Ganondorf. You know, he hasn't tried to seize the Sacred Realm because Link never went to the future. So they just seal him using the Twilight Mirror. Those are different sages. Maybe Rauru is one of them, but Rauru mentions that his friends died. Than these guys. So these guys only exist in the Wind Waker universe, where adult Link did all the stuff that he did in Ocarina of Time, as we saw, got sent back to be a kid again. There was no longer a bloodline of the hero. And then when Ganon arose again, what would have been Twilight Princess, there was no Link to stop him. So as a stopgap, they flooded Hyrule. Super cool. Manendorf. It's the Master Sword. All right. Oh, hey, Popfinger. How you doing? That's awesome. I just popped it down about an hour and a half ago. How far are you in the game? Did you just start it? Have you played it before? I'm drawing some of that from people popping in chat. Yeah. I have a very shallow but wide breadth of trivia information about video games and things. Cool, Popfinger. Getting the Triforce pieces. Have you played this one before? Is this your first time playing it? Hey, Foresight Eddie. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Man, that's going to have to be my new platform for drawing viewers on Twitch, is to just keep throwing bottles out in the water every 10 minutes or so. I've always had somebody pop in. That's really cool. Oh, you haven't played it before? Oh, I see. Gotcha. What's your favorite Zelda? Oh, this game is better than Skyward Sword, I think. After having just played Skyward Sword again, I really liked it when it first came out, but I hear a lot of the complaints about it. I think they're mostly pretty legitimate. Link looks suspicious of the Master Sword. Hey, Popfinger, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright. Let's get out of Dodge. And now color has returned. So let's look at these again. We've got music. It's so cool. This place is awesome. I really like the simple design on the Master Sword, too. They followed the only and exactly rule in the design of this game. Skyward Sword does have a really good storyline, I agree. Yeah, stained glass murals. Are you British? If you're British, it's color with a U. Either is acceptable, though. I can hear you about Twilight Princess feeling a little empty. This game just feels really alive. Hella Dark Nuts. Great way to introduce you to the Master Sword. Nice. Get the skull necklace. Got a skull necklace. Oh, it's cool. He picks up the enemy's spear. I think the combat in this game is my favorite of the whole Zelda series. It really feels like you're in control. You're never relying on luck like you are a lot of the time in Ocarina of Time. When, you know, you're attacking enemies. You're kind of waiting for them to drop their guard and just spamming the attack button. This one you can wait and press it at exactly the right time every time. If you make a mistake, it's your fault. Yeah, I do like the Twilight Princess Dark Knight, I agree. Oh, Ryan, you're in Australia? Right on. You go into PAX? That's in a couple of weeks, right? Very, very soon, at least. Here. I was reading Penny Arcade today, and Taika was talking about going to Melbourne. This is a great trope. Like I said, we just saw something similar in Dragon Age Inquisition, of like walking in and seeing all the enemies frozen in time and then knowing that you're gonna have to unfreeze them and fight them later. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, Skyward Sword has really tight controls. I think the biggest issue with Skyward Sword, Side Eddie, is that it does not use the sensor bar at all. You can sit perpendicular to your TV and point the Wiimote like completely opposite from it, 90 degrees from it, and it works just fine. And if you don't know that, if you think that it uses the sensor bar, it's going to confuse the shit out of you. You won't know what to do when you're flying the loft wings. You won't know what to do when you're aiming. You won't know what to do with the sword. Normally, you just have to, you know, center it maybe once or twice once you're sitting in a comfortable position, and then you barely even need to move your arm around at all, because it uses the Wii Motion Plus instead of the sensor bar. I think when you do the calibration thing, when you first boot up the game, it does use the sensor bar briefly because it's trying to, like, simulate it. But anyone I've known who's had trouble with the controls in Skyward Sword, I just tell them that, and it usually solves the problem. It's a shame, too, because once you know that, the controls are actually pretty tight. Like, I never felt that Link was doing something that I didn't tell him to do, like I was in Twilight Princess. Yeah, that'd be really cool, Ryan. It's cool that you guys have PAX in Australia. I just went to PAX West a few weeks ago. Or weeks ago. It's months ago now, right? August. Yeah, I say that's months. Ooh. Wherever you live, if you're near a PAX and you can never make it to one, I recommend you check it out. It's a great time. Unique experience. I know D-Rock was thinking about, he lives in Boston where PAX East is. He was thinking about becoming an enforcer. Excuse me, volunteer. Oh, that's one of the best things. People there are so friendly, because like you're going somewhere where everybody's a gamer, and you have this like natural vocabulary in common. You can just walk up to anybody and assume they know some stuff about Zelda. Boomerang's OP. I should pop it in. Yeah, I would think of it, I agree, Foresight. I feel like the one-to-one sword combat in Skyward Sword is similar to the excellent brawling mechanics in Arkham Asylum, the Batman game, which has and should like change the face of like brawling mechanics in video games forever because it's so good. But the problem is that it was so good in that game that they designed almost all the boss fights, with a couple exceptions, around that mechanic, including the final boss fight, despite it not really making any sense in the context of the game. It's kind of the same thing with Skyward Sword, where Skyward Sword doesn't have the most awesome boss fights. The boss fights are pretty lame because most of them are based around using the sword mechanic that's quite cool, but I'd like to see more clever boss fights that use your gadgets and not just like, oh, swing the sword diagonally. Okay, now swing the sword with a thrust that you see with a lot of those fights, like the Girahim battles, the Scorpion guy. So it's a double-edged sword. It's like you come up with this cool mechanic, you really want to use it, that's fine. I don't think it needs to be the boss fights though. Ah, sorry Goomba. You check it on YouTube. Even on right now as we speak. You can see me fail miserably at chasing Ganondorf around on the horse. Good God, that was embarrassing. Come to PAX East. We'll see. I've got... Yeah, it's possible. It'd be a bit of a trek if I'm already going to PAX West, but also probably easier for me to get tickets there. It doesn't sell out quite as fast as PAX Prime. Alright. King of Red Lions! You're kind to say so, Ryan. Help me save face. Manendorf. I'm sorry, Megaman. Manendorf versus Boar Ganondorf? Oh god. WASD and like 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess. I should have just played it on Dolphin. I'm not opposed to using emulators sometimes on stream when it's when the game will look better, but excuse me, I had to sneeze. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Hey, King of Red Lions. Tell me about your life. What do you got for me, buddy? Can you just, like, get out and talk to him? Do I have to, like, get out of the boat to do that? Hey, dude. Show me your moves. Forsaken Fortress, that's right. So now we've got the shit. So map, Forsaken Fortress is somewhere far northwest corner. Let's just go ahead and do that. We can start doing side quests. I see. I thought you were like separating Ganondorf, like the man version of Ganondorf from Pig Ganondorf. Pretty hard Spirit Track, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a blind playthrough of Spirit Tracks. We're trying to play through Zelda in chronological order, right? So after Wind Waker, it's Phantom Hourglass, and then Spirit Tracks, the only 2 Zelda games that I haven't played and beaten. I played Phantom Hourglass for about an hour and a half, but I've never booted up Spirit Tracks before, so that will be an interesting experience. Solo Red Mage, nice. When I do Final Fantasy 1, I'm probably gonna do Dawn of Souls. And I'll probably do a very efficient party if I can. Hey! Ka! Come here. Damn fish. You're fishy, 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 fishy. You're fishy, 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 fishy. Oh, I think I can talk to the storm god now that I have a bow and arrow. So it'll let you teleport, I think. Don't think I'm making that up. Okay. Heck yeah, I do. Tell me your deets. Play the PSP version? Okay, so not the GBA Dawn of Souls. What does the PSP version have over the GBA version, do you know? Oh, okay. Cool. Final Fantasy 1 is a game where you gotta play the remake. The reason there's a lot of issues with both FF1 and FF2, an example is that in Final Fantasy 1, if you attack an enemy, let me make sure I'm pointed the right way here. I'm completely not, I'm going the opposite of the direction I want to go. 1 second. You attack an enemy with 2 different characters. Character A kills that enemy on their attack. Character B wastes their attack attacking nothing instead of switching their target, and I think Dawn of Souls fixes that, among some other pretty nice quality of life changes. It's Cecil. You're thinking, are we talking Final Fantasy 4, which was released as 2 in the West for the Super Nintendo? Probably Cecil. Kane's the Dragoon. Cecil's the Dark Knight that becomes a paladin. Oh, the one with Furion. Ooh. My bad. My bad. Ryan shut me down. Being legit. Was it Minwu? Was he a Dark Knight? There's a guy with the turban, right? D-Rock calling it out. Yeah, you say the Dark Knight from Final Fantasy II, I'm probably going to suspect that you're talking about Super Nintendo. That looks like a fairy island that I think I've already been to, so we'll keep going. Leon. Should check some of these bottles and I'll send out another one. Cheap bomb after Crayfish Isle. No. Oh, you guys can see it now. That's a bummer. Let me switch back to the Pro Controller so you can see this stuff. Oh, all right. Bottles. Cheap bomb after Crayfish Isle. Love the whole selfie thing. Here we go again. Someone send a picture of Kogli to Dragon Roost. Come on. Wow. Such stuff. I guess you can use the pictures that you download from other people. That's kind of cool. Slave labor. Legendary photo. Commemorate this moment in a photo. Welcome to Jurassic Tank. Alright. Doodly-doo. I don't know what I have to do to add a picture to it. Hi, Ben. Yeah, that might be part of it. It's easy to get confused on that one. I remember when I first found out about that, like, when they announced Final Fantasy VII, and the last one I had played was Final Fantasy, what we called Final Fantasy III at the time. I was like, what the hell happened to 4, 5, and 6? What's going on here? And then finding out that there were, like, 3 secret Final Fantasies that I had never heard of before that existed out there. Pretty exciting. Played the Final Fantasy V ROM hack that weekend at the tender age of 10 or 11. No, it was 9 because it was before Final Fantasy VII. I can like relatively figure out time by the year that Final Fantasy VII was released, which is 1997, and that's easy to remember. So I just, you know, that's my 0 date. A FF7, B FF7. I also have a weird memory when I was playing Donkey Kong Country 2 of looking on the title screen and noticing the copyright was 1995, and then just like I sat there and stared at it. I was like, whoa, it's 1995. I don't know if anyone else has a weird, stupid memory like that. It's not important at all, but for some reason it's like, if you've seen the movie Inside Out, it's like a core memory. Yeah, I don't like Final Fantasy 2 because the leveling system was too ambitious. I'm glad that they were trying new things, they were trying to innovate, but it didn't really pay off very well. It wasn't fun at the end of the day. 3 I actually like, but I've only ever played the DS remake of 3, which is a pretty good game, so it might not be true for the NES version that I have not played. What do I think of Final Fantasy VIII? I really, really like the first disc of Final Fantasy VIII. I think it gets super weird after the first disc, and that's where most of my complaints about the game come from. Mechanically, I feel the same way about it as I feel about FF2, in that it's the draw system and having enemies scale with your level is an innovative, cool idea, and I just don't think it worked out. It was too easy to cheese. Like, the game is never challenging because you can pretty quickly get your characters to be super powered. And games don't need to be challenging to be good, but I just don't think it was really well balanced. It would have been nice to see, as much as I would hate to play a Final Fantasy VIII 2, but to see them iterate on that system again. You grew up with 8. Marstead's an FF8 command. Yeah, right? Like, oh, God. It's so hard. I used to summarize my opinion of Final Fantasy VIII with I don't like it, but that's unfair to the game. It's not a bad game. It's very easy for us on the internet to, like, talk about a few things, legitimate complaints we have about something, particularly video games, and say that that makes the game garbage. No. But it also means that, you know, you can't describe a complex opinion in 5 words, so. Hey, let's give this guy some bait. And then I see a fairy thingy over here. Talking about 8, Goomba? Or, oh no, 3. Yeah, what didn't you like about 3? I thought it was a little grindy. I think that that's something they could have corrected in the remake. Any attempts to reduce grindiness or to give players a way around it, I think, is good. Final Fantasy X is outstanding. It's on the schedule right now, Ryan. We'll be playing it next week, Monday and Tuesday, probably. That's right, I don't think I've got anything else standing in its way. Yeah, next week, Monday from noon to 1:30 Pacific. And next week, Tuesday, from 3 to 4:30 Pacific, we're doing a full playthrough. 10's really good. I remember not being crazy impressed when I played 10 the first time, but every single time I've played it since then, I've appreciated it more and more. I think it's a game that merits 2 playthroughs, because, without spoiling anything for it, since we haven't beaten it on stream yet, the story is built in a way that you can appreciate it a lot more when you're playing it a second time and you know what's going to happen. But I like the story, I like the characters a lot. It's the last true Final Fantasy, both in my opinion and in reality. I mean, it's the last one before Hironobu Sakaguchi left. 11's an MMO. 12 is an Evil East game. It's more like the tactics style. 13, I feel like 13's a different game entirely, but having not played it, I don't have a educated opinion on it. So I'm going to pronounce that character's name incorrectly, but it's because if you catch me correctly pronouncing it, I have to give everyone in chat 5 share points. I don't hate Tidus. I think he's a very realistic's a good word. I think reasonable character. He's a different character. He's not angsty in the same way that Squall is angsty. and he's not like chipper in the same way that Zidane is chipper. I don't hate him though. I think he's one of the less interesting characters in that game. I think that Auron, Waka, Riku, Yuna, even Kamari are more interesting than Tidus, but Tidus is still a cool character. He says some annoying stuff every now and then. Like, my wife hates Tidus, but I really don't have that big of a problem with him. Alright, alright. You got all these characters that are named for water, right? You got Squall, you got Laguna, you got Cloud, you got Rain, you got Tidus. Tides. He's like a water guy. He's got a water sword. Come on. Yeah, Auron's a really cool character. I like that they we've just started seeing this in our playthroughs, so I can talk about it. We've just started seeing the spheres that you can find about Auron when he was younger, so it's kind of cool that even though the game doesn't take place over like 30 or 40 years, you can get a 30 or 40 year character arc out of Auron by seeing the stuff that he said in the past. Thank Ryan Guy for bringing up Final Fantasy X. Zidane's pretty great. The reason I like Zidane so much is just because he's so different from the other ones, right? Cecil is angsty, rightly so, sure. Bartz is actually, I think he's pretty, he's the closest thing to a blank slate protagonist outside of like Final Fantasy 1 that we have. Final Fantasy 1 and 3. There isn't a main character in 6, so I'm not even going to try to say that there is one. Cloud is super angsty. Squall is the king of angst. Zidane is pretty chipper, and his one angsty moment is like where they play the coolest song in the game, so he gets a pass. Yeah, I agree, Ryan. I guess that was my point with Zidane. Is I like Tidus for the same reasons I like Zidane. Yeah, they changed that in the DS version, right? They weren't just 4 rando Onion Knights. They were each their own characters. Have you played Bravely Default? That's one that I'm really excited to play on stream. Ah, gotcha. Like how the sun sets immediately when you get here. Ganondorf's just playing that song. He's got a little flute. Don't throw bombs at me, dudes. It's super cool. I have it on the voting list right now, so I'll either play it when it gets voted up, or when Bravely's Second, when the launch date's coming close. I'll try to time it so that we beat it right before Bravely Second, so we can play Bravely Second on launch day. Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. I think that part is cool in the way that it fits into the universe. It makes sense. I think they could have handled it in a way that was less of a pain in the ass. It didn't make me want to stop playing the game. Almost there, Johan. Almost there. We can't shake him. Yeah, I thought I was gonna blow that door. It wasn't horrible. But it was irritating enough to... Hey, man, wish they would have done this differently. Game has a bitchin' rad soundtrack, though. And I don't think... Was this in the GameCube version? Like, when you change the wind, does it show you exactly which way you're going to be facing? I don't think it did. I have played Xenogears. I haven't beaten it. It's one of the games on my list to play on stream. We just beat Xenoblade Chronicles. It recognizes, like, twice removed spiritual successor to Xenogears. We just beat that on stream, though. And we've got Cappy Man has added Xenosaga, which is your once removed spiritual successor. I think I am supposed to shoot. It just shows the compass direction. Yeah. Go HD version. Xenogears has an excellent soundtrack. Hey, thanks for the host, people. Appreciate it. Got Yasunori Mitsuda, my dude. guy who did the soundtrack to Chrono Trigger, mostly. Might be that we just need to take out all the... Nice, Mega Man. So you guys all know the story about Yasunori Mitsuda? He was like a low-level soundtrack or sound effects technician for Square, and he really wanted to work on a game and like score a game. Finally, he just went into the boss's office and he said, "I demand that you let me score a game. You know, if you don't, I'm gonna quit." Blah, blah, blah. They're like, "All right, fine. You can do this game Chrono Trigger that's coming out." So he starts working on Chrono Trigger, and he works himself to death. Like, he gives himself stomach ulcers from stress, from working on it too much. So at the last minute, they bring in Nobuo Uematsu, the Final Fantasy composer, to help him finish up the soundtrack. But the bulk of it is Yasunori Mitsuda, and he's got a really cool, distinct style, I think. Like, he's very bass-heavy. The main battle theme, the do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, really cool. Yeah, I can hear you. The gameplay in Xenogears, I don't know, the game feels unpolished, if that makes any sense. And it's like 7 also feels unpolished, but it feels like it's more so in Xenogears. It's kind of hard for me to put into words what it is about it. Like, it's easier for me to identify a polished game, the things that make a polished game polished, than what makes an unpolished game unpolished. Nice. Phantom Ganon. Getting that music. Still doing that Fire Rush segment to get all the chests. I didn't get to do any projectile reflecting. Oh well. Chrono Cross, I just wish they wouldn't have called it Chrono. They would have just released the game, called it something else. Chrono Trigger, Spiky has mentioned this, and I think I agree with his opinion that it is well ahead of its time for a JRPG in that it's relatively short, it's very straightforward, it has innovative combat, it's not easy to get lost, there's no filler in the game, like you never feel like you're wasting your time. All of the side quests matter. Hey, Skullhammer, cool. And some games actually move away from Chrono Trigger since then. Chrono Cross has a bitchin' soundtrack. Like I said, say what I want about Final Fantasy VIII, but soundtrack is still right. What's up, Goomba? That's pretty awesome. Send him flying. Now we can enjoy this dungeon. Yeah, I've been reading about Other M, a game that I'm not super enthused to play, but I hear that the core gameplay is actually quite good. It's just that the story is so horrifically bad that it colors people's perception of it. Maybe I can play through it while skipping the cutscenes. No, I probably need to watch all the cutscenes and experience the sadness. Oh, God. Goomba. You have to do an entire another playthrough to get the first treasure chest? Are you serious? Ugh. Couldn't they set it so that it's just tracking how many treasure chests you found on your account, not on a particular playthrough or save file? That seems like a fairer way to do it, right? So then you just make a new game and get the chest, and then it should give you the achievement. Good God. Giving me anxiety talking about this. Yeah. Story's a mess, exactly. See, and I don't get that, because, like, you don't... With Metroid, it's been established that you don't even need to have a story. Don't even say anything. Like, treat it like it's Tetris, man. Like, okay, Samus has to go do a thing. Have an opening crawl and never do anything ever again. It's actually less work for you as a developer to just make your game and then don't include any story after that. Good lord. Yeah, I will play Other M as part of playing through the Metroid series on stream. I haven't played it before. I need to give it its fair shake. We'll be critical of it. You know, I'm aware of the main complaints about like ruining Samus's character. I've seen videos of her freaking out about Ridley and never shutting up. Yeah, it's perfect for Metroid. Metroid to me is fundamentally lonely. That is the word you should be going for when you're designing your game. You should feel lonely. It's usually not a good idea to have dialogue, to have other characters. I think Metroid Fusion balanced this decently with the computer that you're talking to. It kind of acts as like a Navi for that game, but that's pushing it as far as I think it's okay to push it. Ow. These things stay down. A new Metroid Prime would be cool. I'd love to see another 2D Metroid. I hope that, because 2D Metroids are my favorite, in my heart of hearts. I worry that the distaste toward Other M is going to make them not want to do that. Yeah, the authorization mechanic. This is where I say that one of my rules for modern game design is that your mechanics can be abstract. They don't need to be explained in the game universe. Like, you don't have to tell me why Samus doesn't have all her upgrades. If you choose to, that's fine. Like, there's all of Metroid Fusion is explaining why Samus needs to get her upgrades again, and it makes for a pretty cool story, so I'm down with it. But you don't need to do that, and if you feel like you need to do it and it ruins the game, just ignore it. Just pull a Mega Man and just say, like, whatever, Mega Man needs to get his Robot Master powers again. Because it's a video game. And it needs to be fun for the player. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. It's pretty weak. Yeah, even just hand wave it. But it's not necessary. Like, I feel like people get up in arms with the whole, oh, gaming logic. Oh, it's so funny that, oh, you can carry 100 wheels of cheese in Skyrim. It's like that, you can't. That's, think about, oh god, that's actually a handmaster. Okay. Don't let the thing grab me in the head. Yeah, just throw something around. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to ruin your story. Well, it's like if part of what makes your game fun is that your characters pick up health power-ups or something every now and then, or they have like they walk over a power-up that increases their damage for a few minutes. Like, that's an abstraction. It's there because it's a fun game mechanic. You don't need to say that, oh, this is... You don't need to pull a Hideo Kojima and be like, oh, you're injecting like special nanomachines into your blood that increase your damage when you melee attack. Just throw the power up in there. Separate the story. Your life will be easier. Don't need to match. Doesn't mean they don't have to. It can be cool if you do it well, but don't feel like you need to and ruin your story as a result. Jump. All right. Ow. That's right. Absorb all of the fall with your knees. Like, that's the way to do it. A long walk back. I gotta watch out for those hand things next time. Yes. Yes. I can agree with that, Lit Effects, yeah. That's your way to describe it. Yeah, they could do another 3D Metroid game. I think it could work. I'm biased when I state my own preference for 2D Metroid games, but I would happily play another one. I think it could be really cool. Doesn't have to be phase-on. Double ow. Alright. No, 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 no. Oh, these hella rupees, man. Prime 2? Really? I liked Prime 2 when I was playing it. It was a blind playthrough on stream. Not just because it was blind, I think it actually is easier to get lost in that game than it is in Metroid 1 and 3, just the way that it's set up. I did like the idea of having a dark and light. But switching back into Prime 3 after that, I think I do like Prime 3 better. It's a little bit more linear, which is a shame for a Metroid game, but... I still thought it was a really good game. Yeah, later in the timeline. Right. Nope. Point is heard. They didn't need to assassinate her character. She starts as a silent protagonist. She doesn't need characterization. If you're gonna characterize her, don't ruin her. I come at that from a different direction, huh? Well, the keys, I get that part. The go searching for Sky Temple keys, because it's like, you've gone to all this trouble to get all these items. It would suck if you got all these items and you didn't get a chance to use them in the main story. I don't like the sexualization of Samus. Like, that's the whole point with her character. There's some early illustrations of her. She's supposed to be like 6'3", 198 pounds, man. She's not the elastic, you know, anime hottie Zero Suit Samus that we see in Smash Brothers. Let's go down. But Nintendo usually handles that pretty well. I think it's the problem is that it's Team Ninja, not Nintendo. She's taller than my wife. My wife is 6'1". Okay, well, even not even just filler, just give you something to do. Yeah, I guess I could hear that. Having to bounce around the whole world, it's pretty long. I just didn't like how easy it felt to get lost. Like, in Metroid Prime 1 and 3, I feel like the game doesn't hold your hand, but you have a general idea of where you're supposed to go next. You look on the map and you see, oh, there's a red door that I haven't opened. But the way that they design the map in that game, there's often power-ups that aren't represented in any way on the map. So you'd almost want to have, like, the effect in Silent Hill, where when you approach a room that you can't progress through, it marks it on the map with, like, an X. So I keep checking the map and say, oh, there's a yellow door I haven't been in. Oh, shit. Like, I'm not supposed to be able to go that way yet. Damn. Go find something else out. We want to go this way. Yes, let's go back in the building. This is actually pretty close to where we started. Yeah, that's Team Ninja's deal. Nice. Yeah, right. Jump. Alright. In we go. Yeah, if they're playing in their own playground where they're just gonna make a titty game, then whatever. But don't ruin other people's intellectual property, guys. Yes, we gotta keep going this way. I'm going this way. I can't actually cross here. I've been here before. Could try going across and then up somewhere else. No fancy way for me to get across either. Unless if I'm supposed to use the Deku leaf. Probably have to use a Deku leaf. Been here before. I made this circuit now. Let's go back and see if we can find a way to climb up. Whoa! Something that bothers me about the whole the fan service designation is that, can you see how that could be alienating to a woman who's trying to get into gaming? Where fan service is exclusively jiggly boobies. And what if you just want to play a volleyball game? What if you just want to play a fighting game, like Dead or Alive? Maybe it's a good fighting game. You're not just playing it for boobies. You're saying that we're doing this for our fans. We're saying this is for a certain subset of people playing the game. So just make it equal opportunity. Have some ball service. Jiggly packages, you know, as long as it's equal opportunity sexualization. You get where I'm going with it. It's basically the same thing, right, Ryan? Why is one thing not there and the other one is? So, right? Let's jump. Okay, we were here before. Probably involving the use of the leaf. Yeah, the mini blends that just keep spawning forever, making that great noise. Doesn't trigger any PTSD for you. Are you serious? So you had to spend $100 to get all the DLC? Is that right, Darkstar? Am I following you correctly? That was the correct answer, man. So even with a gap that I could just barely not cross, I still didn't remember that I had access to it. My bad. Good lord. Yes. Exactly, Ryan. I think you've hit the nail on the head. That is my opinion on the subject. If you have a character who it makes sense for her to be, you know, sort of sexualized because she's a courtesan, or maybe she uses her looks to get men to do what she wants, like, knock yourself out, go ahead and do it. But if you're just doing it to every character to do it, like, people really want to see that, just go watch porn. There's the thing for that, it's called pornography, you don't need to have your Fire Emblem characters going on a beach vacation during a war. It's alienating for no reason. Alright, coming up in a boss fight, I believe. I love the look on Link's face when he's side-eing. So sneaky. He's got the not bad face the whole time, too. Yeah. Seriously, they're like, this is so important that we have this fan service. I get the counter argument that's like, well, why do you care? Stop pointing it out and it'll stop being an issue. It is subconsciously shutting people out and saying, we're doing this for our male gamers because we know that that's the majority of our player base, and it's kind of perpetuating that idea that this isn't for you, you know? Yeah. Gotta go to the beach. We gotta relax because this war is difficult and hard. Alright, Goomba. Yep, it's Ben. Hey, Ben. He's so hungry. He just keeps sitting right outside of the camera range. Every now and then he'll pop his head forward. War never changes. Only my swimming trunks do. Alright, bust him out. I recognize one of the girls in here as the daughter of a guy in the town. Hey, girl! I like Tetra. Yeah, no, this is a great game trope. They do this in movies too. It's just a general storytelling trope where you pit the player against an opponent that they cannot defeat early on in the game to give them excitement so that when they're stronger and they can come back later, they can get their revenge. I really, really like seeing that. It's very common, but it feels good. It feels right. Ah, nice, Wingman. Good question, Ludfax. I don't know. Who is driving car? Oh my god, Bear is driving car. How can this be? Mm-hmm. It's a good way to benchmark how strong you are in the game. Mega Man X does it really well. You get your ass kicked by Vile. Zero shows up and saves your ass. And like you get a preview of the kind of stuff that Zero can do. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ben. Just little his ear is poking out just barely there in the bottom right corner. I think that's fine so long as the game makes it very clear that you can't win. I agree, it is good to have a fight where you're supposed to lose. I like fights where they'll give you a mid-fight victory condition, so like say you're supposed to lose the fight and if you just die, that's fine, it's over and the cutscene starts. Or if you reduce the enemy to X hit points, then the enemy uses some super move and that kills you. So at least you feel like, okay, I got the boss to the point where it was going to kill me no matter what I did. But sometimes I'll do an unwinnable boss fight where it feels like it's winnable, but the enemy just has like infinite hit points or something. I don't like that. Oh. This part reminds me of a sequence in Brave Fencer Musashi. I don't know if anyone in chat has played that. It's a Square action RPG for the PS1. I'll play it on stream at some point, where you're doing something kind of similar. Yes, that's even better. That's my favorite iteration there, where you can win if you're good enough, and they have some kind of plan for that. Hopefully a reward if you are good enough. Oh god, that's not what we wanted at all. That might be game over. No, maybe not. Whoa, can we not? I didn't have the gyro controls anymore. I was trying to use them despite not having them. Whoa! Yeah, it's already over, isn't it? I thought it timed you out eventually if you couldn't keep climbing. And now I just rise up with the water, I guess. Just a little airborne, it's still good, it's still good. Go, go, go! Yeah. You get the super powerful ally just to show you that how baby you are in comparison. Oh no, that one's fine, Ryan. We've beaten Final Fantasy VII on stream. And we've actually gotten to the Seymour part in 10. But thank you for being cognizant of that. I appreciate it. Everyone's going to have their moments. At you in the face. We're okay. Doing all right. I like how they make it pretty clear you should be using the hammer there at the end. Alright. Hey, Ben. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to use that, but why not? Oh, I get it. Good bird. Oh, really? Huh, that's cool. What happens when he glitches out? Do you just soft lock, or do you skip the fight or something? I've never watched any speedruns on this one. Jump! Get in there. God, this game is so pretty. Can't get over it. The schedule update, we're playing Wind Waker for another 20 minutes or so. If you're just here for Zelda, it will be back next week Thursday from 12 to 6. We're going to keep playing Wind Waker until we beat it, and hop over to Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. Other games on the schedule, though, include Metroid Prime, Legend of Legaia. Whoa! Some run against that, I guess? I don't have, like, the Iron Boots in this game. Final Fantasy X, Mass Effect 3, Valkyria Chronicles. Stop winding me back, man. Final boss in, what's that game? Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Oh god, what happened, people? Yeah, no, share, what happened? Welcome back. I've seen some pretty toxic groups, especially as you get more and more people in chat, it becomes harder and harder to have a non-toxic community. Wow, I happened to be standing right between his talons there. Ow. That time I was not standing between his talons. Aha! See what happens, Larry? Dire honey badger. Honey badger don't care. Just takes what he wants. Oh god. Hey, they gave me a second. How kind of them. Cool. I do like the whole music changes as your situation changes in the fight. This may have been the first Zelda to do that. Pretty common in video games now. You also see that in Shadow of the Colossus. Thanks, Kami. I think I'll pass. Foghorn Leghorn's evil twin. Huzzah! Now, how, I say, how am I supposed to hit that with my hammer? You. Sometimes I do alright. Gee whiz. Alright, on we go. Probably do some more, since we just did a major plot event. We'll swim around in the ocean for a bit. Seraph? Yeah, I haven't heard of him. Oh man, Ganondorf hype. I like his design in this one too. Yeah, Puexel's a nice guy, but he doesn't just do Final Fantasy. And Essentia, she's nice. It's cool. She just does. She's Chrono Trigger in Final Fantasy 4. Oh. Yeah, I love the design of Ganondorf in this game. Excuse me. You should be scared. It's a key, a most wretched little key that has kept the seal on me and my magic intact. Oh, with trying the blade, you've broken the seal. That's still true from Ocarina. He's like, ooh, yeah, no, they should, if they're being rude out loud, they need to apologize out loud, people. I feel that's pretty strongly. Too many koi pairs. Hey girl, hey! I like Tetra. Can we just go put it? Can we just go put it back? Whoa? Nani? That's how I read that. What? Alright, those of you who've been holding back on that spoiler, yes, Tetra is Zelda. Holy shit. Zelda. She's cel-shaded. That's what people used to say when they said they hated Wind Waker. Yeah. Called it, it's not Zelda, it's Zelda. Turns out that Tetra, who is the pirate queen, is actually Princess Zelda. We don't know more of the details about it. He shows up to save Link from Ganondorf. And then Valoo! So it's fire it is. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen a couple people have better TTV emotes come through failing, so is it just Twitch emotes? Yeah, Twitch has been pretty unstable lately. Usually the king is alive. I guess they could do... Oh man, speaking Hylian, I think if you're playing New Game Plus, it shows you what they're saying, not in Hylian, right? Yeah, weird. I don't know. It's probably just the stability issue. Right, Kimbo. Yeah. Maybe they don't have a term queen. It seems like she's hot shit when she's the princess. Yeah, I've been noticing that, Skyhawk. It was pretty bad on Wednesday. It kind of trashed my run. It was like a 502 bad gateway if you tried to access the site, so a lot of people just gave up and stopped tuning in. Oh, that's right. You just get the color picture box, which you need in order to take some of the pictures of the early bosses, right? So you need to do it on New Game Plus mode to 100% it. Oh, look how happy Link is. King Red Lions, why are you poking him in the butt when he's, like, right in front of you? Oh, okay. Something's going on here. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So bossy. Oh yeah, the boss rush. Come on. Tetra. You get stuck on a wall, I swear to God, I'm not coming back for you. Alright. Oh shit! Stone's an enhanced version of the Gossip Stones, long spoken of the legends of the Hyrule. That's really cool. I like how much they really tied this one back to Ocarina of Time. It's probably the most distant the most distant Zelda game from another Zelda game, so it's not clearly not a direct sequel that still very closely references events from a prior game. You can like take pictures of bosses in a pictograph and you use them to get these little models. It's just if you want 100% it. It doesn't, I think it's just for your own benefit. Like, it doesn't give you a piece of heart or anything. Oh, you get one piece of heart if you complete it? Okay, but you don't need it to beat the game, obviously. Place for the power of the guys lies hidden. This is Hyrule. Oh, man! And it plays the Hyrule Castle theme when he turns around. Now it's the Regal version. Holy shit! Our boat is the King of Hyrule! Long ago, this land of Hyrule was turned into a world of shadows by Ganon, who sought to obtain the power of the gods for his own evil ends. Power alone could not stop the fiend, and our only choice was to leave the fate of the kingdom in the hands of the gods. Oh, is he? Mega Man, it'd be fun. Curious to see what the playstyle is like. When the gods heard our plea, they chose to seal away not only Ganon, but Hyrule itself, and so, with a torrential downpour, rained from the heavens. Our kingdom was buried beneath the waves, forgotten at the bottom of an ocean. I like how that's how they have to deal with it. Since there's no link, they just use the Triforce to sink Hyrule. Asked those who would build a new country and commanded them to take refuge on the mountaintops. These people were your ancestors. Yeah, they could have, Ryan guy, I think what they should have done is handled it the way they did in Twilight Princess with the Stelphos that teaches you the hero abilities. And I guess there's a couple other ones elsewhere in Zelda where it's heavily implied, but they don't say it outright. You know, I tend to prefer my show don't tell, more subtle storytelling instead of them beating you over the head with it. I'm the Red Lions, guys. Like, they could still have him be the king, just have him look the same, use the same voice actor. You know, not talk to you when you're right in front of him. It's not a, you know, not a deal breaker, but they've done it more subtly before and since. Oh, I guess the implication that all the sages die in order to become sages in Ocarina of Time, they like pass through some kind of trial. They don't say that outright, but it appears to be true. Yeah, this is my favorite song in the Zelda series, the Hyrule Castle theme. It plays in the castle, first dungeon. You too must abide by the laws of the past. Nice, we haven't heard that theme since Link to the Past, I think. Alright. Should go back to being Tetra again. You are the true heir of the royal family of Hyrule. Do I need to wear a dress? Can I go back in my sweet pirate outfit? Yeah, control cuckoos. I used to pronounce it cuckoo, but there is a rhyme in Twilight Princess that kind of shows it's supposed to be cuckoo, so... Yeah, you got that Zelda's lullaby. Yeah, the flood. He succeeds my ancient kingdom under the sea will be turned into a land of shadow and despair. Hey, he looks resolute as fuck. Get it, Link. He's gonna do a height? Yeah. Right, Danny. Mega Man, Mega Man! Go stop Ganon. It would be nice if they ever did a Zelda boss that's a cuckoo that, as you fight it, it summons more cuckoos. They came pretty close with their cuckoo-themed dungeon, the Sky Temple in Twilight Princess. I like how he goes from, no worries, I got shit to do. You stay here. No, you need to wish to go back to Kansas. To live in poverty with your teetotaling, dirt-farming aunt and uncle. There's no place like, I want to be a witch. Oh yeah, that could be really cool, Ryan, I agree. Getting out of Dodge. Here, I'm gonna seal you in this basement. You could go be a badass pirate still, but it's probably safer to just make you put on a dress. It's like, she's like, so, you guys got any, like, beef jerky or anything down here? Y'all got any video games? Marked on the chart. Alright, I think I'm gonna swim back to Outset Island. Alright. That could be really cool. Like, Zelda's done a couple big set-piece fights, but nothing quite as extreme as the vein of, like, Shadow of the Colossus, or probably the closest thing is the Levias fight in Skyward Sword. I'd love to see that. That's my favorite kind of boss fight, the Shadow of the Colossus style, where it's mostly a puzzle. They don't all have to be gigantic, but it's a plus. Alright, map? Map. Want to go to Outset Island, right? That's Windfall Island is what I meant. So northwest. Yeah, she just didn't get a book to read. Pretty shitty, all things told, man. She's got her DS with her, don't worry about it. She's playing Mario 64 DS and trying to, like, glitch her way up the infinite stairs. Yep, I'm just heading back to Windfall Island and I'll save from there. Sign off, guys, a heads up what's coming up next. Let me see if anybody else is playing Wind Waker right now, so we can throw him a host, give him a little bit of a numbers boost. Actually, it's gonna be... Whoa, good God, can you not be on volume? Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Twitch sometimes forgets that I've muted it, so when I pull it up, it's playing anyway. Alright. I'm on a boat and it's going fast, and I got a nautical theme pashmina Afghan. I'm the king of the world on a boat like Leo. On the show, the new show, not Mio. It's the Wind Waker. Fine. Pedantic. Hey, there is somebody playing it. Let's give them a host. How about? It's 6 o'clock. I can go ahead and save here. Yeah, I really hope Twitch fixes that, because it's frustrating where it just switches all the time when you're hosting people. Cool, guys. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Let me give you a summary of what's coming up next on stream. I know originally I said tomorrow is going to be another little bonus stream to try to catch up on the games we've beaten. We're having some out-of-town company coming by, so I will not be running Silent Hill 2 tomorrow morning. It will resume next week, Saturday. Those bonus streams, if it's outside the normal, like, 12 to 6 stream hours, I'll do them if I can, but if something comes up, I'll prioritize the thing that comes up. Other than that, though, next week, look forward to Final Fantasy X, Metroid Prime 3, Legend of Legaia, and Earthbound Beginnings on Monday. We're going to have a sub-block on Tuesday with some more Final Fantasy X and Legend of Legaia. Next week, Wednesday, will be Mario Maker from noon to 3 with viewer course levels that they want to show off, and viewer battles in Smash Bros. 4 for the 3DS. Next week, Thursday, is the return of Zelda. We'll continue with Wind Waker till we beat it, and then move on to Phantom Hourglass. And then Friday is going to be a combination of Mass Effect 3, Valkyria Chronicles, Earthbound Beginnings, maybe Terra Battle, maybe something else. We'll figure it out. If you would like to, you can spend the precious sphere points you've been earning by hanging out in chat. You get a sphere point for every 5 minutes you spend in chat, and you get a 100 bonus for following. So you can immediately vote on the next game we're going to play on stream. It's going to be the game that replaces Mass Effect 3 or Legend of Legaia or Valkyria Chronicles, depending on which one we beat first. So you're welcome to do that. If you would like to give a little boost to another person who's streaming Wind Waker right now, here is their name, Stimpy789. I'm going to throw them a host, say hello, toss them a follow, and you guys have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Thanks, everybody.